isang oras ng kwentuhan na may kabuluhan.
Di lang sila ang bibida, pati ikaw kasama.
Join na sa Samahang Bidang Bida!
Good morning friends, romance and countrymen. Wednesday naman po at magsasama-sama tayo dito sa isang oras ng makabuluhan at masayang usapan dito po sa Samahang Bidang Bida. Ako po si Robert.
At ako naman si Kevin.
Ay, bagong boses. Ako po si Kevin.
Hindi ako ang guest ngayon
Tinadalo ko po yung boses ni Kevin. Wala si Cristel. Ewan ko kung saan siya napupunta. Ganyan. Inuuna yung akats kesa dito. Wow. Joke lang po. Good luck Cristel sa iyong consultation. For now, kasama ko muna si Kevin mag-host. Yeah, is it first time mo da?
Yes.
Yes.
First time ko ngayon.
First time niya mga pre. It's 3 days before Valentine's. Oh yeah? May mga plans ka ba sa Valentine's mo?
Ngayon, akats muna siguro tayo for this Valentine's. Ikaw ba, Robert? Balita ko
Nakakainis yung akats muna sa Valentine's.
Yeah.
Ako, sakto lang. Masaya naman ang Valentine's. Ganyan. Yung mga bata dyan, yung mga mag-couples dyan, I'm sure, babenta lang naman ng mga, binibigay sa Valentine's. Flowers and chocolates.
Mga
and
roses and
mga ganyan.
Mga birds.
Anong birds?
I mean, mga stuffed toys and ganyan.
Kala ko anong mabenta. Anyways, yun. So, syempre, tataas ang presyo ng mga ganyan. Mga bulaklak. Yeah. Stuffed toy. So, bago kayo makipag-date, be sure na may pera kayo, may trabaho. Ganyan. Kasi sabi ng ADB, 1 in 4 young Pinoys are unemployed. Via Manila Bulletin, at least 1 out of every 4 Filipino youth is not engaged in any employment, education, and training opportunities, the Asian Development Bank said. So yan, bago kayo maglakwatsa at bumili ng maraming ibibigay sa inyong mga iniirog, be sure na may pera at may trabaho, di ba?
Yes.
Ikaw ba? May trabaho ngayon?
Wala pa naman.
Wala pa. Citing data from their study, ADB Southeast Asia Regional Director Kelly Bird, kaya pala nabanggit mo yung Bird kanina, said at a press conference in Pasay City yesterday that the country's NEET rate is significantly higher compared with other countries like Thailand, Mexico, Argentina, and Brazil. May sinabi pa siya, sabi niya, Bird warned this trend threatens the country's economic competitiveness in the long term since it will not be able to tap a significant portion of its available workforce. Nakakatuwa naman yun.
Yeah. Compare mo naman kasi last year or sa recent years, di ba?
Ano meron?
Mas mataas na ngayon yung employment rate ng ating mga kabataan.
Employment rate?
Yeah.
Okay. This was supported by data from the Labor Force Survey of the Philippine Statistical Authority, which shows almost half or 1.4 million of the 3 million unemployed workers in the country belong to the youth sector or those in the 14 to 24 age group. So kalahati pala ng mga unemployed ay nanggagaling sa kabataan. He attributed this trend to the inadequate job search behavior and insufficient people skill of young applicants. People skill. Kulang pala sa people skills ang mga kabataan ngayon. And the prevalent job skills mismatch in the country due to weak linkages between the graduates produced by education institutions and the needs of employers. Sabagay, marami talagang mismatch yung mga underemployed. Like, gagraduate ka kunwari ng nursing. Tapos mapupunta ka sa ibang field like diba, BPO, ganyan, diba?
Call centers,
ganyan. And yun, sana mag-excel pa ang kabataan sa ganito. Sabi sa survey, kulang tayo sa people skills daw. But feeling ko hindi naman lahat. Feeling ko mas active ang kabataan ngayon sa mga pakikipag-communicate sa iba't ibang mga tao and all. Pero yun nga, siguro kakulangan din talaga ng opportunities. Right? What do you think? Kasi madaming job mismatch, yung mga, nabanggit natin na hindi mo naman talaga nagiging trabaho minsan yung inaral mo. Ganyan. And kung ganun, ang tingin ng ADB sa ilang mga kabataan ngayon, I am proud of this kabataan naman. Nagaling dito sa UP Diliman ang anong tawag dyan? UP Street Dance Club. Yeah, congratulations because the UP Street Dance Club stole the show in the UAAP Season 77 Street Dance Competition as they successfully retained the crown that they won in 2013.
Yes.
Wala kasing UAAP. Walang cheer dance ata. Cheer dance. Walang street dance comp last 2014, I think. And our executive producer, Ses Tan, happened to be a member of UP Street Dance Club. And congratulations, Ses.
Yes, congratulations.
Napanood mo?
Yes, pinanood ko siya sa YouTube. May class noon ako during the competition. Pero, grabe.
Sige. Napanood mo? Nakita mo si Ses, sumasayaw?
Yeah, sumasayaw. Congrats, EP.
Yeah, UP finished with a total score of 178 points to take their second championship. Meanwhile, the company of Ateneo dancers took home second place honors in what was their best showing in the event since placing second in 2012 and 2010. Uy, kasabay kapitbahay lang natin yung mga yung nag-second. However, former champions LaSalle Dance Company settled for third place after finishing second in 2013 naman. They had a grand total of 167 points. Yung Ateneo, 167.3. So, grabe. Sobrang close lang nung kanilang points. And again, congratulations po UP Street Dance Club and sana magtuloy-tuloy yung mga panalo sa mga susunod pang years. Okay. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had UP Broadcasters Guild as our guest dito. And they promoted their anniversary week. Tapos, may isa silang event na na-postpone because of some problems. But they're pushing it through today, Feb 11, right? Pakibaba. Media Revolution 2015, Are We Charlie? Gaganapin po yan mamayang February 11. That's today, Robert. Yeah, mamaya pong 4 to 7 p.m. sa CMC Auditorium. Dyan lang po yan sa Plaza del Hall College of Mass Communication. Punta po kayo. Oo. Siyempre, issue niyan yung sa Charlie Hebdo killings. Yung sa Paris. Sa France. Hey, and last week, our guest, Waya, World Youth Alliance. Wow, puro world yung ating mga guests later. Yeah. And this morning, kasama po natin si Miss Ella De Leon from World Vision the Philippines. World Vision Philippines. Hello po, good morning.
Hello.
I would like to thank you and DZUP for having us here sa Samahang Bida.
Yes, maraming salamat po sa pagpunta. Before po tayo mag-start, tungkol saan po? Ano pong probably ginagawa ng World Vision PH?
Okay, thank you for asking. No, ang World Vision, as many I think already know, we are an international Christian, humanitarian, and development organization na kami ay community-based at child-focused. Marami namang mga NGOs that are child-focused, no? And I will talk about it later kung bakit children ang focus ng aming organization. When I said we are international, we are present in over 100 countries in all continents around the world.
Yayamanin.
Yeah. Well,
like, yes.
And in 44 provinces in the Philippines. So in the Philippines, nandito na kami for 57 years this year.
Wow.
And internationally, since we were founded, kami ay 68 years na in the world. So, yun. That's how it is. Yes.
Paano po ba nakapag-establish ng Philippine chapter ang ganitong international organization?
If you would let me then, very interesting na i-share how World Vision started in the Philippines. But if you would let me also explain how it started internationally, no? World Vision was founded during the Korean War by a young American missionary called Bob Pierce or Robert Pierce. Very interesting siya kasi it was in 1947 during the Korean War when he met, kasi he's a missionary, so he's really there to spread the gospel. Kasi World Vision is a Christian organization, but just to set the record straight, hindi naman lang evangelical, because that's a common misconception, no? Baka isipin lang kami yung mga Bible-throttling Christians or alive or born again. It's actually ecumenical, no? If you think about it, we have Methodists and we have Catholics, basta believer ka of Jesus Christ. So one of our thrusts talaga is to spread the love of God, to make people know the love of Jesus through the work that we do. So that's basically it. Because we were founded by a missionary. So ayun na nga, when he was in Korea, he met this little girl who was orphaned. Both her parents died. Ang pangalan nitong batang to ay White Jade. So sikat si White Jade sa opisina namin because she is actually the first sponsored child, if you think about it. Nang na-meet siya ni Bob Pierce, and then Bob Pierce found out, because he started asking questions, and he found out that you can actually support White Jade's studies or education for only $25 a year. What he did, he only had $5 in his pocket right then, no? And then he gave it to White Jade's school, and he said, I will send more. So he talked to his friends back in the US, started collecting money, at doon na nag-start yung concept of child sponsorship. So from White Jade, naging malaki na siyang, it became a the huge organization that it is today. And currently, in around the world, we have 4 million sponsored children, and in the Philippines we have currently 105,000. And we are happy to note that a lot of them are now very notable personalities. Like 2009 CNN Hero of the Year Efren Peña Florida was a former sponsored child, and now he has his own NGO and is renowned all over the world. And you have the spokesperson for the Philippine Coast Guard, Commander Armand Balilo, who was also a former sponsored child and is now also supporting 5 children. So, yeah.
Sobrang bilis mag-expand ng network nila. Well, they've been existing for 68 years.
In the Philippines, it's 57. In internationally, it's 68. So.
Tagal na. It's very, sobrang institution na ang World Vision PH. Bibitinin muna kayo just right there. We've got more from World Vision Philippines with Miss Ella sa ating pagbabalik. But before that, let me just remind you with this. February is UP Diliman Month in anong basa dito? In commemoration of the campus pioneering move to its new home and coinciding celebration of National Arts Month, the Office of the Chancellor through the UPD Office for Initiative in Culture and the Arts has lined up a calendar of activities that celebrate UP Diliman honor and excellence in various disciplines. Kaya i-visit nyo lang ang kanilang facebook.com/UP Diliman Month. Ang activity for this week ay Class Menu Revisited. Just visit the Facebook page and you'll know more about it. But before that, wag din kalimutan sagutan ang aming post alarm, aming pong tanong. Anong
gusto mong sabihin sa bawat kabataang Pinoy?
Naks naman. Send your answers to facebook.com/Samahang Bida, Twitter via twitter.com/SBB_DZUP1602.
At pwede rin kaming i-text sa 0927-220-8332.
Babalik po ang Samahang Bida dito lang sa DZUP1602. Kasali ka.
Masayang usapan at matalinong talakayan. Nagbabalik ang Samahang Bidang Bida.
At nagbabalik po tayo ito pa rin sa Samahang Bidang Bida. Ko po si Robert.
At ako naman si Kevin.
With Miss Ella De Leon from World Vision Philippines. Kanina shinare niya kung gaano na sila katagal at kung yung mga beneficiaries nila, kung gaano nakadami, ganyan. Pero paano po yung mga interesadong tao, paano sila makakasali or magiging kabahagi ng organization?
You mean as sponsored children? Yun yung thing. Actually, marami tayong nakukuhang mga ganyang inquiries, Kasi a lot of people think isang common na misconception is katulad ng ibang NGO. For example, if we may mention say Bantay Bata, for example.
Apo.
'Di ba maaari lang idulog sa kanila kung merong mga insidente ng pang-aabuso sa bata tapos tutulungan nila. We understand that in some NGOs ganun yung sistema. But in World Vision kasi one of yung thrusts kasi namin is really to work with the most vulnerable or as yung common speak, kasi yung vulnerable parang pang NGO term yun, pero in common speak, the poorest of the poor, sige ilagay natin sa ganun, we work with them and their families and their communities. So hindi naman kami din ang nagpipinpoint, ito mahirap, ito kailangan ito ng tulong, ito kailangan maging sponsored child. What we do is we partner with the DSWD. Of course, the DSWD and the government are the ones to determine, and of course there are studies which communities in the Philippines need the most help, and doon kami nagiging present.
Yes.
And the thing with World Vision is that I mentioned earlier, we're community-based. Pag sinabi mong community-based, naandun na kami. We are embedded in the community. Actually, we stay there more or less mga 20 to 30 years pa nga until the community is able to stand on its own. So, ganon. And then we transition. When we leave the community, we make sure na ang mga tao marunong na may livelihood projects na. I can cite one community in Cavite. We used to be there for a number of years. And ngayon, meron na silang water lily, parang a cottage business where they make water lily into bags, into slippers. In fact, if I may mention, some of their products are featured sa SM Kultura. So, ito yung ginagawa namin. Kasi, what World Vision does is di ba nga meron nga tayong proverb na you don't just give a man fish, but you teach man how to fish. Kasi by doing so, you're enabling them, you're equipping them para sila na mismo, kaya na nila, hindi kami kasi dole out. So it's basically teaching them how to live on their own, to stand on their own feet. Pagkakaya na nila, we leave after 30 years. So that's how it works.
Ayan, dami niyo pong natutulungan, pero saan niyo po ba nakukuha yung funds para makapag-operate po ang inyong organization.
Naku, maraming salamat for mentioning that. Kasi mag-a-appeal na rin ako right after.
Go.
Okay, of course, as any non-profit organization, hindi naman din siguro sa bulsa ng staff. Although a lot of our staff are sponsors. But of course, sponsorship. Our flagship project is child sponsorship. Child sponsorship is when you are connected. It's actually a relationship. We always say that at World Vision. Kasi, ang kagandahan kasi when you sponsor with World Vision, you know where your money goes. So, when you sponsor a child for only 600 pesos a month, so mga 20 pesos lang, even students, mga iska at isko, or I'm encouraging all of you to sponsor, 600 pesos a month, you will have one sponsored child to your name. At itong batang ito, pero by the way, let me just explain and clarify, hindi naman yung 600 pesos, diretso sa bata. Kasi ano na lang naman ang 600 pesos ngayon, tama ba?
Okay.
So, what exactly. So, what happens is that all of this, for example, South Cotabato. We have a community there. Lahat ng bata sa South Cotabato na sponsored children, ipupool together yung tigsi 600 pesos a month. And that goes to livelihood projects, health projects, education projects para dun sa bata. And then when you're a sponsor, you will get an annual progress report. Every year, malalaman mo.
Kung saan napupunta.
At makukumpara mo. Like for example, your kid is ganitong underweight last year. Now, ganito na siya. So that's what's good about it. You get to grow with your sponsor child. It's really a journey. It's really a relationship.
Gusto ko magpa-sponsor. Magpa-sponsor.
Mag-sponsor ka na. Ako sponsor. Ako I'm a sponsor. That's why, it's easier to talk about it when you know that it's real and it's really true.
Para i-monitor din ako, 48 kilograms na to. Tapos next year, tumaas na siya, ganyan. Paano ba, may mga volunteers po kayo?
Yes. Actually, yun nga, dahil non-profit organization kami, malaking bagay din sa amin yung mga nag-volunteer. In fact, my own sister right now is volunteering din sa office, no? So, if you would like to know more about that, please call 372-7777. We have a lot of outreach programs and activities, even in the office, that you can volunteer in. And it's such a worthwhile experience talaga. So, you can do that.
Ang galing. Tapos, bibisitahin na namin yung website. And
yes. We are on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. So, just look for World Vision Philippines. Tapos, ang website naman namin ay worldvision.org.ph.
Ayan. Gano'ng karami pong volunteers ang meron kayo as of now?
Right. It comes in trickles kasi, yung mga volunteers. So, may mga malalaking events kami that we might require volunteers. We have the annual World Vision Run. It gets better every year kasi parami ng parami. Last year, it was our milestone year because it was the biggest attendance ever at 5,000. It was held at BGC. Dito rin, pre-promote ko yun sa DZUP. So, salamat sa inyo.
Yes.
It made a lot of difference. I think a lot of UP students went there. So, isa pa pala, pag panahon ng relief.
Ayan po. So, next question ko actually.
Yeah. We're also a relief organization. We're a very big relief organization. And isa yan sa mga siguro kailangan natin volunteers, repacking. Ganyan. So,
let's talk about ma'am yung sa Typhoon Ruby relief appeal. You have that? Ano pong,
we have that. Actually, sunod-sunod if you remember, right after Yolanda, you have actually before pa Yolanda, you had the Bohol earthquake.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had Yolanda. I'm actually a Yolanda survivor. So, I was there nung Typhoon Yolanda. And I've seen yung need talaga ng mga tao. And what's nice about World Vision, since international organization kami, is that when we give out yung mga relief goods, it's not only good for 3 days. Kasi nandun ako I was really a Yolanda survivor. So, nakita ko. I was there. I was technically missing for 3 days then. So,
oh my.
Kala nila.
Bakit po?
I was there for another assignment. I was there November 6 for a different coverage. And then,
Tacloban, ma'am?
Tacloban talaga. Tapos, hindi na ako nakauwi kasi wala na ring flights back. So, I've seen the, yung, kuwari, pipila ka, 3 oras, 5 oras, tas ang liit-liit lang ng What we're really trying to maintain is that since we are following international standards, we are, yung pack of relief goods that we give, it's really good for 3 days or even a week.
Dapat nga ganun talaga
Exactly. And we follow also health standards. So we don't usually give like mga noodles or canned goods because kasi like we also have health advocacies also. Ang dami. Actually, there's a lot in our plate. Ang dami-daming ginagawa ng World Vision. Probably abutin tayo ng gabi dito, no? So if I explain everything. But it's really health relief advocacy. We're also pushing for advocacy. We are one of the strongest, staunchest supporters of breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding. Because we care about yung children nga, di ba?
Yes.
So, napatunayan naman kasi talaga natin when kids are breastfed,
Apo.
yeah,
Okay.
they grow up better. So, yun.
Ano po bang klase ng donations ang maaaring bigay ng mga tao? And saan po ba pwedeng ibigay ang mga to?
Nako, maraming
ipaabot?
salamat. Unang-una siguro talaga, I would really promote child sponsorship kasi yun talaga yung core of what we're doing. When you're helping kasi through child sponsorship, you're not only helping the kid.
Yeah.
You're helping the parents kasi tinuturuan sila ng livelihood opportunities. A lot. Fishing. We give them, namimigay rin kami ng mga baboy. Yung mga ganon. So they can have a piggery at home. We teach them backyard gardening. Alam mo yung life skills. So, hindi mo lang tinulungan yung bata. Tinulungan mo yung magulang niya
Parents,
to be
yeah.
better able to provide for them. You're helping the community. You're helping the nation. Kasi, di ba, it takes a village to raise a child. So, I guess that's the foremost. Tsaka very, affordable. 600 pesos a month. Again.
Kaya niya yan.
Mga mahilig mag-Starbucks dyan.
Saan nyo na po kayo nag-start mag-distribute ng mga nakolekta nyo? Ganyan. For the relief operations niya.
To provinces that are affected, of course. Actually, right now, kasi as you know, yung Typhoon Hagupit, it actually also went in the same path, more or less, that Yolanda affected. Until now, in fact, mga almost 2 years na, this coming November, diba? Or this is actually the second year. World Vision is still there, working for the recovery and rehabilitation phase naman. So, relief is already done Yung relief goods, yung food, okay na yun. What we're working on is yung getting them back on their feet by livelihood interventions and of course, yung housing and all that. So,
kasi hindi pa ganun karami na-accomplish na housing.
So, Bohol nga, we've turned over last year 500 houses to Bohol earthquakes. And these are international standard din. So, you know that matibay. Hindi naman yung basta, hindi naman makeshift lang. Hindi naman. Well, we are very fortunate that since you are an international organization, marami tumutulong like World Vision US, you have Canada, Australia, and the other offices. And Filipinos abroad even are syempre, diba, they give back. Kahit na hindi na sila a lot of our sponsors and donors are OFWs. Or even those who have migrated. Kasi syempre, pag Pinoy ka, di ba? Kahit nandun ka na, puso mo nandito pa rin.
Tama. You mentioned meron din kayong health advocacies and you have this Pinoy Nutrition Hub?
Yes, we do.
What about it, ma'am?
Okay. Yung sa Pinoy Nutrition Hub, it's actually a campaign wherein we combat malnutrition. That's really, kasi, as you know, it's actually an international campaign. It's part of Child Health Now. It's actually malaki kasing problema ng mga kabataan, even Filipinos, yung stunted yung growth nila. So we have interventions like that in the communities that we are present. So that's what we call it, the Pinoy Nutrition Hub.
Yung Pinoy Nutrition Hub po ba, paano nyo po napipili yung mga lugar na tutulungan nyo? Or para i-conduct yung PNH?
So it's still in partnership, like I said, with the government. Yeah. In this case, with the DOH. We also are part of a network called KAIN. So, it's a network
KAIN?
it's a network, it's a Philippine network of different organizations that have health advocacies also. So, that's how it works.
Yes.
Kasi sila yung mag-identify We cannot, and of course, in communities where we are, like I said, there are monitors, people who monitor yung weight ng bata, ano yung concerns ng bata. In this place, is there a specific case of malnutrition and stunted ba ang growth ng mga bata? So there, we are embedded talaga in the community. Nakikita talaga ng staff namin, even our health specialists, they see, ito yung need. That's when you intervene.
Yes. Kumusta naman po ba? Yung result ng PNH po.
Okay, PNH only started very recently, no. So we are still monitoring the results, but it is gaining fairly a good, result. Hindi ko pa mabigay exactly the statistics kasi it's actually with our health specialists in the office. You can follow our website or our Facebook to see more on it, but it's really a fairly new project.
And last for this segment, ma'am, the ultimate concert.
Yes. I was at the press conference sa Luxent just the other days, 2 days ago. Yes, the ultimate concert. Actually, isa sa mga pinagpapasalamat din talaga ng World Vision. Napakarami naming celebrity supporters. Marami. Kasi, I guess,
Isa ako dun eh.
For free to eh. Kayo, katulad nyo. And they give their services and their support for free. So, maraming talagang salamat doon, no? Isa sa mga events nga pala that we have is the ultimate concert sa mga nagpaplanong makipag-date sa Valentine's. So, please.
Sige po.
Yes, this is with Lani.
Yun nga.
Yeah, Lani, Gary. Originally daw, sabi dun sa isang show sa channel ko na
GGV.
napanood ko. Hindi ko alam kung pwedeng sabihin.
I said it.
Sabi, dapat daw supposedly Fantastic Four. So, nung una
ayaw ni Martin.
siyang nilabas, Fantastic Four, kasi din talaga yata yung original name. But anyway, so it's with Gary V, Lani Misalucha, Regine Velasquez, and of course, Martin Rivera. So, powerhouse, diba? So, it's really a powerhouse cast. In fact, actually sold out na siya. Sold out na siya.
2 days, diba?
Sa mga, yung the tickets. Yes. But at World Vision, it's still available. Kasi they gave us some seats to sell.
Wow.
So, I am inviting everyone, kung interesado kayong manood, tapos wala na kayong tickets because it's been sold out elsewhere, please, please call World Vision again at 3727777. We still have tickets. So, it's good news for OPM fans.
No?
Oo naman.
Umuo ka.
Naka-record
on record po.
Yun. Anyway, so please do support kasi the beneficiary is World Vision.
May kakilala ko yung parents niya manonood.
Ay,
sa 14. Yes.
Ayan, so 13 and 14 pala yan at the MOA Arena, 8:30 p.m.
Ayan, so kung wala pa kayo mapupuntahan at gusto makipag-date sa weekend, no?
Oo.
Ayan.
Tsaka supportahan niyo yung mga artista na sumusupport sa mga NGOs. Kasi it means, di ba, parang if you support them, mas marami silang pang suporta sa yan si Mr. Jean saka si Sir Ogie na kahit di part ng concert.
Magaling talaga yung mga yun, ha? Tried and
Oo
tested
naman.
sila, right?
Yes.
Ayan, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan pagbalik natin with Miss Ella at nangako siya na maambunan tayo ng di ba? But before we take the break, let me plug this one. Relish, di ba? A design symposium on hotels and restaurants. You can visit their Facebook page, paano ko sabihin? Facebook.com/UP Design Core. Catch an interesting lineup of speakers that will cover the topics of restaurant branding, hotel and restaurant interior design, and event styling on February 21, 2015 sa CW Home Depot, Makati. Alright, and don't forget to answer our Pulse Alarm of the Week. Ang aming pong tanong,
anong gusto mong sabihin sa bawat batang Pinoy?
Barang Pinoy?
Batang Pinoy.
Where earnings ka naman dyan. Send your answers to Facebook.com/Samahang Bidang or tweet us by Twitter.com/SBB_DZUP1602.
Or you can text us at 0927-220-8332.
Babalikan sa Samahang Bidang Bida dito lang sa DZUP 1602. Kasali ka.
Masayang usapan at matalinong talakayan. Nagbabalik ang Samahang Bidang Bida.
And welcome back dito pa rin po sa Samahang Bidang Bida. Ako po si Robert.
Yeah, and I'm Kevin.
Yeah. Before we continue with World Vision with Miss Ella, let me just plug the Love Bazaar. Ganito talaga spelling niya, no? UP Comra Sox 38th Anniversary Month celebration this February 2015. This month of fun events is in cooperation with RFM Corporation and is also brought to you by Nothing But Sweets. Watch out for the following dates. February 13 sa Friday, 4 to 5:30 p.m. ang kanilang applicants orientation. And here.
February 16 and 17 ang kanilang National Communication Research Conference paper presentation sa UP Cine Adarna yan.
Yes. Yun dun sa Feb 21, 9 a.m. to 12 noon, Saliksik Research Writing Seminar for High School Students. February 24, 5:30 p.m. Grand Pakain and Exhibit Launch co-presented by Nothing But Sweets and is also brought to you by Aging's Food Delight.
And February 26, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. ang kanilang Love Bazaar in cooperation with My Fabric Projects, Baggy and Soul, Catnip PH, Solen's Fashion Apparel, and special thanks to Choker PH.
And media partners, Click the City and Rappler, or partners, UP Circle of Entrepreneurs, UP Broadcasting Association, and DZUP Radio Circle, the only org that goes on air. We are so awesome right there. Okay, going back to Miss Ella from World of Vision. Kanina na pag-usapan yung kanilang mga ginagawa sa buhay, ano? And yung last natin pinag-usapan yung Ultimate Concert na, di ba, bahaginan nga tayo ng biyaya. Joke lang. Ma'am, how can people partake, in your opinion, or sige sa vision, considering the vision of the World Vision, puro vision yung sinasabi ko, how can people partake in, eradicating poverty, especially sa mga third world countries tulad natin?
Okay, maraming salamat no sa
Welcome
question
po.
na yan. Maganda, very, very World Vision naman. Parang parang question sa Miss Universe na. Actually, let me start with yung core talaga, or how we started. I mentioned it earlier, si Bob Pierce, how World Vision started. Okay, si Robert na yung namesake. So, when World Vision started, Bob Pierce actually carried a quote in the flyleaf of his Bible. And gustong-gusto ko yung quote na yun. Actually, guidepost namin sa World Vision yun in the work that we do. It said there na let my heart be broken by the things that break the heart of God. Diba? I mean, it's a very beautiful quote. And again, let me repeat it now. Let my heart be broken with the things that break the heart of God. And ako naniniwala na kapag lahat tayo nakadevelop sa puso natin ng ganong klaseng compassion, that whenever you see people, that are in such situations that is breaking the heart of God, and you respond to it, gumagawa ka na ng paraan para sa sarili mo pa lang na efforts. You are changing the world. Say, one child at a time when you sponsor. Tsaka, let me share also the vision of World Vision, yung vision statement namin, which every staff all over the world actually required kami to know it and to memorize it by heart. Our vision statement is that our vision for every child, life in all its fullness. Our prayer for every heart, the will to make it so. I guess, ang sagot ko sa tanong mo is that, poverty, it's always there. Even in the olden times, sa Bible nga, na may mention that there is already poverty. It's a very, very difficult, it's a lingering problem. Ang dami ng NGOs who sought to address it. Presidents come, presidents go. But I guess what I would always, like I said, our prayer for every heart, is to never stop trying. Wag sanang magkaroon ng donor fatigue. Wag sana tayong, you look at your neighbor and say, bakit siya? Hindi naman siya tumutulong. I mean, it always starts in your heart eh. It always starts with, you wanting to make a change. And I guess it really starts from within. So that's what I'd like to impart.
Very, wisdom.
Pero po ba? Do you think the government is doing its job to eradicate poverty dito nga po sa ating bansa?
Napaka-touchy naman. I don't, well, of course, I do believe that the government is doing its part. Okay? I'm not pinpointing any names naman. Mahirap magsalita on that. I come from a non-government organization. But what we should look, I guess, like as a compliment to what I said earlier, what we should look at is tayo talaga. Everyone has a responsibility. Diba? Ask not what the government can do for you, but what you can do. Diba? Yun yung madalas nating nakakalimutan, especially in the time of, I know you would agree. Syempre, magkaka-age lang tayo halos, no?
Sige po.
Tanggap nyo naman.
Sige po.
So, diba, we notice, may maling magawa, we bash. Diba? That's actually, ako personal, advocacy ko to, na even if you check my social networks, then this is not even, how do you say this? It's not even promoting myself or anything, but something that I would like to do as I try to be a responsible citizen of the country, no? I try not, hindi na ako nakikisawsaw, na ako nagbabash. I say my legitimate comments and pero yung para i-bash mo pa, kunwari, nadapa lang si ganitong, nahulog sa motorsiklo, I wouldn't say names. Pero ibig sabihin, we were so quick to bash. That's what I noticed. And I have such respect for people, even those who do that. But then, diba, even the smallest things I noticed. So, let's just do good. I guess let's just be positive, let's do good, and whatever good you can do to others, gawin mo na lang. I guess that's it.
Yun na lang. Gumawa ka na mabuti na. Huwag ka na gulo.
Oo. Kasi it doesn't help. That's what
Actually,
I think.
it doesn't help.
Personal ko na lang yun, Wala
Maybe
pang
just
kinalaman na World
worsens,
Vision.
maybe just worsens the situation na pag nakikisaw-saw lang yung mas maraming tao. Na parang mas lumalala lang, nawala na tayo sa totoong center ng usapan kadalasan kasi sa sobrang dami na nakikisali, ganyan. Pero, ma'am, how severe is the problem of the Philippines as you see it, no? With regard to injustice? Gaano katindi yung problema natin pagdating sa injustice?
Wow, injustice is a very vague term. No?
Uh-huh.
Pag sinabi mo namang injustice, it just means a lot. Like, it could be a crime, it could be an offense to, yung dignidad ng tao. Sa akin, right now, I think it's becoming worse. Sa sarili kong I don't have statistics to prove it, and then, hindi na to manggagaling from World Vision, but I think it's becoming worse, especially with, with the advent of all the social media networks. Kasi dati when we were younger, there's not even the concept of cyberbullying, for example, diba? Ngayon, people even commit suicide because of it. Yes. And parang mas grabe na yung mga injustices na nangyayari ngayon. And like I mentioned earlier to you, off record, diba, when we were talking, kakwentuhan tayo. I used to work for a television network as a researcher for a television network. Equity was injustice. So, ang trabaho ko talaga, day in and day out, ay magpunta sa police station, mag-check ng blotter, tingnan kung ano yung mga klase ng crimes, and it just blows you away. I guess that's the reason why di na ako nag-work doon, no? Pero kasi, sobrang stress. And, the injustice is, wow, it's a very vague term. And yes, it gets worse, I think.
How do we encourage our listeners, ma'am, to take part in solving the issues of poverty and injustice sa Pilipinas?
Naku, napakaraming paraan.
Like the most concrete now we can do.
Yes, ako as a Bible-believing Christian talaga, I believe everyone is equipped, with everything you need. It says in the Bible, you are equipped with everything you need to do God's good work. Sa akin, use your talents. Use your talents, use whatever resources you have, may not be money. I'm gonna tell you about a very beautiful story of a classmate I had in college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nakakatuwa kasi dati, parang ini-invite lang niya ako. She had this advocacy. It's a personal advocacy, She called it the Buklatan Project. Please look for it on Facebook and try to volunteer there. It's her personal advocacy, ha? Walang nag-udyok sa kanya. And the advocacy is really to teach reading to kids. To street kids in particular. So what she did was, every time na makakalabas siya, she goes to LRT stations, mga ibaba ng, and this is a girl who has just graduated. Bata, sing bata natin, ganyan.
Sige po.
Still in her early 20s. And then what she did was, she brought school, like storybooks, and taught kids how to read. And it's as simple as that. How did Efren Peñaflor that our former sponsored child become CNN Hero of the Year? He started small. He started with a really, really noble cause, which is to teach children. Ang gamit niya kariton. Who would have thought that by, pushing that kariton classroom would actually propel him to become a CNN Hero of the Year? It's using what you have. It can be, gusto mong magturo, do it. It can be dance. It can be a group of people who know how to dance, and then they just dance, perform, whatever they collect can be proceeds for charity. I mean, yun yung naiintindihan ko. Gamitin mo kung ano yung meron ka.
At lahat naman tayo ay merong something. We just have to acknowledge that we have something.
As broadcasters, I mean, you can use whatever skills and talents you have.
This is one.
Yes.
This is one example of how we can help to solve injustice and poverty in the Philippines. I'm a very helpful citizen right now. Hindi, makinig po tayo sa sinabi ni Miss Ella na gamitin ko anong meron tayo, and hindi natin kailangan magsimula sa malalaking bagay para makatulong, lalo na, 'di ba? Estudyante pa lang tayo, sa context natin, estudyante pa lang. So, kung anong kaya natin gawin, kung ano meron tayo gamitin to help other people. Alright. Thank you very much po, Miss Ella, sa pagpunta sa aming pagbisita.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Nag-enjoy din po kami, lalo na sa free concert tickets. I really so enjoy it right there. Before we take the break, UP Fair 2015, a free fall. Be free to fall in love. Nakakatawa yun. Be free to fall in love this February 13 at the UP Sunken Garden as UP Philippine Society of Youth Science Clubs bring you Freefall, a night of alternative rock music. Up Dharma Down will take center stage along with high-profile bands such as Shackle, Freestyle, Never the Strangers, Giniling Festival, and Q-Shay. Get your tickets for Freefall now. Visit us at AS UP Diliman or contact SM 0916-283-7868 to reserve your tickets. You may also go to their What's this? You may also get your tickets at ticketed outlets. For more updates, check their page at www.facebook.com/freefall2015. And don't forget to answer a pulse alarm of the week. Ang aming pong tanong.
Anong gusto mong sabihin sa bawat batang Pinoy?
Hindi ko alam. Send your answers to...
sasagutin nyo.
Opo, mamaya sagutin natin. Facebook.com/Samahang Bidang Bida. Tweet us by twitter.com/SBB_DZUP1602.
Or you can text us at 0927-220-8332.
Babalik pong Samahang Bidang Bida dito lang sa DZUP 1602. Kasali ka.
Masayang usapan at matalinong talakayan. Nagbabalik ang Samahang Bidang Bida.
At nagbabalik po tayo dito pa rin sa Samahang Bidang Bida. Ako po si Robert.
At ako si Kevin.
And nakasama pa natin si Miss Ella from World of Vision. Before we continue with my favorite segment, let me just plug Tag, We're It, The Struggle of Living the Buhay Media. Ang daming plugs ngayon, The UPCMC Council and UP College of Mass Communication along with the Talents Association of GMA, ABC Employees Union, College Editors Guild of the Philippines, and the Kilusang Mayo Uno present Tag, We're It, The Struggle of Living the Buhay Media. Exhibit on Media Contractualization February 9 to 20 sa CMC Old Film Lobby. Usapang Media Forum on Media Labor Issues February 12 bukas yan. Beltran Newsroom 5 to 8 p.m. This was done in partnership with the DZUP Radio Circle, the only org that goes on air, and together with Stand Up CMC, UJP, UP Diliman, UP CMC Isa, UP Journalism Club, UP Broadcasters Guild, and UP Cineasts Studio. Alright, now we can go to this segment called Bring It Org. Check.
X.
Pass? Sari-saring usapan?
Anything under the sun.
Let's bring it org!
Magbabangkit lang kami ng random concepts o topics at sasabihin ninyo kung anong sa inyo yung rito.
Okay lang
Sabihin
yan.
nyo lang kung check, kung agree, X kung hindi, at pass kung ayaw ninyong mag-comment. Paalala lang na individual insights lamang ang may sasagot ninyo at hindi in-embody ang buong side ng World Vision.
So kayo lang talaga
Mabuti
tumahan. Yun po ang hihingi natin disclaimer. Let's start this with this topic. ERAP apologizes to Chris Aquino for daughter Jerica's Facebook post.
X.
Soldiers, cops, moral rebels to bike to Mama Sapano for peace.
Again? Sorry?
Soldiers, cops, moral rebels to bike to Mama Sapano for peace.
I check.
Owl City to hold free Manila concert in May.
Free Manila concert? Which city?
Owl City.
Owl City, I check.
Cardinal Tagless email hacked.
X.
Grabe yun, no?
Oo, ba't ano ba naman yan? Iba naman Cardinal. Hello.
SC rejects Rappler request for retired justices Salens.
Ay, X.
Diba?
Why?
Sam Smith dominates Grammy Awards 2015.
Check.
Go Sam Smith.
Come on,
You
Sam
go,
Smith.
guys. Let's see here. Religious groups seek end to Mama Sapano tragedy blame game.
I check.
And 50 Shades of Grey gets R18 rating, contains screen blocks and blurs.
I pass.
Ano ba gusto niya? Gusto niya siya?
No, I haven't read the book. I will not watch it.
Kala ko gusto niya general patronage.
Sorry, okay lang. I mean, if anyone wants, it's my personal.
Of course, ma'am.
I'm just not a fan.
And last one, BIR files tax evasion charges against online retailers Cash Pinoy and Ensogo.
Hi. I pass because I don't know if it's ayun, I don't know.
Nakata yung name, no? Cash Pinoy.
Cash
Pinoy. Alright, and now let's go to our pulse alarm. Ang amin nga pong tanong ay
anong gusto mong sabihin sa bawat batang Pinoy?
Yes. Since hinahanap ko pa yung pulse alarm natin, kayo ma'am, ano pong gusto nyo sabihin nyo sa batang Pinoy?
Ako, don't stop dreaming.
Don't
Kasi
stop dreaming.
ang bata, I guess, ang pinaka magandang katangian ng bata, ang daming pangarap. Kasi pag bata ka, hindi mo pa alam na hindi lahat ng pangarap natutupad.
True.
Diba true? When you were a kid, kahit nga astronaut, gusto mong maging astronaut. Ako personally, I think that the saddest thing that can ever happen to a person is when he or she has stopped dreaming.
Yes.
Pag wala ka ng pangarap, kahit matanda ka naman still have to dream. So I guess don't stop dreaming.
Ayan ha. Don't stop dreaming, Kevin. Let's read the responses from our Facebook page. From, let's see here, Shernilyn de la Cruz. She says, "You are wonderfully and fearfully made." Sabi daw sa Bible. Okay lang magkamali, wag matakot maiba, sulitin ang tulog. Napaka-coherent nung kanyang this one.
And yes, sabi naman ni Aliana May Ilagan, "Mabuhay ng marangal, may paninindigan at may takot sa Diyos."
Naka naman.
Yes.
Sarithmia Galvez says, "Habang bata pa magtampisaw sa ulan." Parang sa, may commercial na gano'n, di ba?
Yung maganda yun.
Yung sa pagkain ng baboy ata. Pigrolak ba yun? Ano?
Kay Eunice Leiwu, "Lahat ng bagay ay nagtatapos. Isa-isip kapag nahihirapan."
Oo nga naman. Natatapos din yan. Pati yung good things natatapos din yan. Nicole Distor says, "Enjoy life but know your priorities and responsibilities." This one.
And Jamie Bergado, "Focus with yourself and your family before anything else."
Nox naman. From Grace Ann Reynoso, "Tatanda din kayo kaya gawing makabuluhan ang bawat oras ng pagkabata." Sige.
Kay Chris Michael Santos, "Mahalin ang sariling atin, mag-aral ng mabuti at maging makajos."
Okay, Kevin, ha? Charlie May Kizon, "There will come a time na you're expected to be responsible and mature, so enjoyin mo na ang pagiging bata while you still can." Hey, pwede ka pa rin maging immature kahit matanda ka na. Choice mo yan. And last one from this
From
one.
Shy Montes, "Mahalin ang sariling bansa." Char daw.
May chore. Right. Again, maraming salamat po, Miss Ella, sa pagbisita sa amin today.
The pleasure is mine.
Yeah.
Ako, salamat. Robert and Kevin, thank you so much. And to all yung staff niyo dito sa DZUP, this is just such a wonderful initiative, you know what you're doing. And all of your students pa, so nakakabilib. Keep it up and God bless all of you.
Yes, thank you po. Keep it up, guys. Alright, maraming salamat sa lahat ng tumutok, but let me just remind you na ang special orientations po ng DZUP Radio Circle para sa application ay ongoing pa din hanggang Friday, February 13. I-text nyo lamang po yung napakagwapong memcom head ng org na to, si
Yes.
Robert, sa 0905-581-1971. Or bisitahin nyo po yung Facebook page namin, facebook.com/DZUP Radio Circle. Oo, alam ko yung Facebook natin eh. Abangan po iba pang programa na bahagi ng Boses ng Estudyante Strip bukas ang, Kevin, anong bukas? Di mo alam.
Bukas ay ikaw naman.
Ay, naman. 10 to 11 din po ng umaga. At yun po, maraming salamat sa lahat ng tumutok. Happy Valentine's everyone. Magsama-sama ulit tayo next Wednesday dito pa rin sa Samahang Bida. Ako po si Robert.
At ako si Kevin.
Makititiling nakatutok sa DZUP 1602. Kasali ka.
Usapang mahalaga at kwentuhang masaya.
Napakinggan ninyo sa Samahang Bidang Bida.
Kita Kids Buddies!